Yes, people, welcome. Welcome back to BBK Sports. That was a mad morning of football to wake up to. Absolute madness. But this is why we love the game. This is why we love the great game of football. The men of London, the Eagles, Brentford, mad one. Boys, the big men of West London, three. The little boys from Manchester, a measly one. No one saw that coming. Actually had them down for a draw. Them men went there and absolutely did a madness. Everyone is in the mud. Brett said Arsenal have to win tomorrow. How many times have we said that? How many times have we said that and then the boys go and shit the bed? This is the ultimate test. Now, I don't even know if this is more pressure or less pressure. Would it have been less pressure if they said, hey, Liverpool won anyway, so let's just go out and perform to the best that we can and see what happens. Now that Liverpool have lost, they have the must. They have the ultimate must. Right? Will be the last game of this Sunday. How will they perform? I don't know. I don't know if I trust these boys under pressure. I don't know if I trust this manager under pressure. But either way, I'm absolutely loving the results today. Only Arsenal can either fuck up or make the weekend absolutely great. Big up the Albions, a crazy day of footy. Mad one, wasn't it? Absolute mad one. Wahaha says everyone's in the mud. Almost. Almost everyone is in the mud. What's the Madrid result right now? Is it still 4-2? Is Real getting fist up by Atletico? Because then I can already hear people be like, "Oh shit, Atletico is coming to the Emirates." It's a Madrid derby, people. This type of shit happens. They put 5 past them. 5 past Real. Look at this lineup that Real used to take 5 today. From Mbappe scored, Goulier scored, Rodrigo came on in the 70th minute. Oh man, absolute punch up from the boys in the Metropolitano. Anfield the Red is mad. It's a disgrace. Is it though? Is it though? A disgrace for who? It's a disgrace that you were only down 1-0 up until that point. Mateta hit the post, put them high. Crystal Palace should have been clear. Well, let me not say he should have been cleared because Liverpool actually had chances too. Liverpool actually had chances in this game. Yeah? But Palace should have scored more than he shouldn't have got that late with Palace. Palace actually, man, that Oliver Glasner is making a hell of a name for himself, with 28% possession. To get 16 shots on target at a 28% possession. That is the very definition of efficiency. That is efficient as they come. +6, let's play 8. The way Liverpool's been winning games late, you man should be thankful that there's lots of minutes going up on the clock. We still beat Arsenal. Yes, you did. You absolutely did beat us. But congrats to beating us at home due to the Mikel Arteta tax. But you came to West London, well, you came to Central London and got punched up. Big up to Darren Martin. Brother, let me know your thoughts on each of these games. Because we saw Chelsea. Jesus Christ, Chelsea embarrassed me. I had Chelsea winning. I had Chelsea beating Brighton 3-1. Big up to my bro, the Waffle Don. He had this spot on. He went 3-1 Brentford, 3-1 Brighton. And of course, he made that prediction with the assumption that Chelsea was going to have 11 men on the pitch. But let's be fair, Chelsea told the line every week, and this is a consecutive weeks red card. They might get a red card next game because you see that damn Cucurella. He's an antagonist, I don't know which Spaniard I despise most now, him or our manager. But yep, brother, real bad man. Oi. Man said it's fixed. Oh, Lord. Glasner showing how it's fucking. Brother, Glasner is. This is what I say when people say that Iraola hasn't managed at a big level or a top level. I'm like, look at his tactics. Yeah? It's tactics, travel. Because your tactics are your tactics, whether your players are great or your players are shit. Your tactics will make average players look good, make great players look great, and make great players look like all-time greats. That's what great coaches and great tactical managers do. Big up to Rich 99. Rich, what you saying to us, man? I hope you are good. Tomorrow, one thing will hold us back is the stubborn smug prick Arteta and not allowing our players to play with freedom and expressing themselves. Now, I hope you men have taken a look at the predicted lineup for tomorrow on FootMob because it's a crazy one. Just like everyone's, at least tomorrow we won't be surprised when we see Moreno, Rice, Zubimendi in our midfield. How fixing is done now. I know this ain't a Liverpool fan crying about fixing. I know it's not. Do not sit back for the draw, went for the win. Yeah, so even the commentary, Rebecca Lowe and Robbie Earl and them and Tim Howard and them were saying they thought when Nketiah came on, they would have taken off Mateta. Now, Mateta's been giving them hell. You don't take off Mateta. You put two strikers on the pitch, and this is what happens. Going for the win. Real bad, man. That's some next level salt. Yeah, let it burn. Let it burn, you Anfielder Red. Let it burn. You deserve this hell. Because it wasn't too long ago, you know. It wasn't too long ago. Matter of fact, it was a couple of streams ago that LFC Monster was in here saying a cheeky invincible. I know you man saw that coming. I left it on the screen for a time on purpose. A cheeky invincible. Because this is what Liverpool fans do. And they're still at top of the league. So, you know, they'll reel off a couple more wins. And because it's not the end of the world, is it? They're still on top of the league and most of the teams ain't played yet. But the Invincibles is gone. Now it's gonna be quad talk. Quad talk is coming. Your defense is in trouble when they get tears in the room. Eddie. I tell you what was fixed would have been if they call that offsides and try to hand Liverpool a point. But hold that. Hold that. See that there? Yeah, let's hold that L and go sit down, man. You might have been towing the line. Like you score what? In the 87th minute away to equalize, and somehow it's fixed. Now, you had 90 minutes of football to win the game and didn't. So, you know, it is what it is. So just cry a little more. Cry a little bit more, Anfield the Red. Big up, Anthony. What you saying, bro? Big up to BBK. Arsenal must win tomorrow against Newcastle. Yeah, we would have wasted this opportunity, innit? We would have wasted a grand opportunity. We saw football today. How bad were you? Oh, they were. Oh, Lord. We'll get into that. We will get into that. So if they're legit contenders, then it wasn't fixed. Then they beat you fair and square, innit? Why is it difficult for you to say you got beat fair and square? Because you're Liverpool Almighty. Is that what it is? You know, you got a 93rd minute penalty to beat Burnley. You know, so like, what are we doing? Palace were the better team today. Absolute better team. United been shit, not just regular shit. You know, that water shit. You know, like diarrhea. Absolute diarrhea. Surely Amarim is off. No. Amarim is not off. Because what's going to happen is they're going to beat Sunderland at home next week. Probably thump them. Right? They can't find goals anywhere. Oh, they're going to find them next week. And then everyone will be happy going into the international break. You know, it'll be sunshines and rainbows and shit. And then after the international break, they go to Anfield. And then Liverpool will do something to them. Something bad. Violate them. Like straight broomstick. Yeah? No oil. SDFC Benny says Chelsea keep bottling it. Yeah, everything. I thought Chelsea would have beat Brighton today because one, I just think Brighton played open suicide football the way they move. But they play open, honest football. And I didn't even see the red card for Chalobah, but it's one of them ones where Brighton on any given day, beat anybody in this league. We see them go down 1-0 to Man City early in like the 8th or 9th minute and take the game to City and win. You know, when we score, I said that it should have went 8-0-2. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Chiesa needs to start left wing over Gakpo. Another stinker for Verts. Is it? Uh-oh. Lots to get into. We're losing tomorrow because this Mikel guy can't handle pressure from opportunities. This is a great point. So, yeah. Now, I'm leaning towards the sides that if it was 8 points, it would be less pressure. Then we can close the gap to 2 points now. Because Liverpool do have some tough fixtures coming up. Good afternoon to Hendo. What you saying? What phase is Glasner in? No dark arts, no park the bus bollocks, just out and out football. Arteta is a fraud. So that's the thing. There's a lot of noise about Amorim going, Glasner in. Amorim going, Glasner in. I'm like, oh shit. Pick up the Sabby Pinky in the house, the Maryland Queen. Dallas should have won by 6 or so. They had so many good chances. Yeah. That Mateta. I might have to eat some humble pie on Mateta, you know. Because a lot of man last year was asking me when we were desperate in need for a striker, would you have taken Mateta? And I was like, hell no. And maybe I was a part of the biased crew that he doesn't have a big name, maybe. You know, at this phase in the money spent, why are we talking about Mateta? But I'm not going to lie. He has done well for himself. I'm not sure if Palace is his level, but either way, this Mateta guy has done well. He had Alisson beat a couple of times today. A couple of times. So I might have to eat some crow on him still. But Chelsea shit, United shit, Liverpool, man. So is it a case of Liverpool luck just running out? Because yesterday on D-Man TV, I said it wasn't luck. What I've said was, this was my position I took. Because the goals are coming late for Liverpool, it may look like the narrative might look like they're playing shit because the goals are coming late. I'm like, no, they're not playing terrible football. The goals are just not falling at this minute. But today, you know, I can't use that argument because it's another late goal, and they may have just ran out in this game. So now, going forward, Liverpool should look to put teams to the sword a hell of a lot earlier, just like they did Everton. Arteta should have bagged. Yeah, if he was in your fantasy team today, you are mad because he missed some sitters. Spurs is winning tonight. They got relegation woes. Yeah, I got Spurs 1-0. I don't know if they'll run this score up, but yeah, kind of expect them to beat Wolves. It's Wolves, isn't it? Gavin Birch left, he kept Eddie on. It's a bit ridiculous. Yeah, as long as there's no daylight between them, no clear separation and advantage, then it's calm, you know? Big up to AJ, say, doesn't matter. Newcastle coming tomorrow. Eddie Howe is Arteta's number. Yeah, so now you know what happened, right? You know all the rivals, especially United and everybody, well, shit. Everyone lost, didn't it? Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, them, man, prayers are going up right now. Prayers are going up right now for everyone. Be like, Arsenal lose tomorrow to complete their weekend. To drag us back into the mud with them. Zinchenko look hella sus for us. Yeah, you see that goal that in the Europa League, that equalizer that Anthony scored from the right wing, the equalizer. You know, who's responsible for the right winger? The left back. Go look at that goal again and see, look at Zinchenko's position and him holding his face like that right after Zinchenko equalized. It's mad. I wish we had Wolves this week, not Newcastle. Yeah, we could have get 2 points. 2 points closing the gap would look bad in it. Liverpool losing means Mikel Bundy will 100% be playing for the draw tomorrow, says the legendary Shane Guna. Yeah, it's coming. You call it, we'll listen. And that's what's going to happen. Man is going to try to stink house a draw tomorrow. He might stink house a 75th minute, 0-0, then throw on the big boys to try to get a win. Big up to Godfrey, our South African brother. What you saying, Godfrey? Hope you are good, my bro. Hope you are good. Please hit the like, folks, if you haven't already. It really helps the stream out. helps get the content out to new viewers, to join the community, to join the resistance, to get the mutant out of our club. Big up Shane O. Yeah, man. Big up Shane every single time. How did Chelsea get away with that penalty shot against Gusto? It's one of them home court advantages, isn't it? Wow. You know, like that in the NBA. You know, those calls that you get at Staples Center or crypto, whatever they call it now. The Staples Center, the United Center, the Garden, Boston Garden, or Madison Square. It's a home call. I almost thought they would have given it to Reece James down at the other end, innit? Isak Stinker. Ekitike vindicated. Hold the shirt up. Yeah? Could it be that the Liverpool fans will put some blame on Ekitike and be like, you selfish bastard. You took your shirt off and cost us 3 goddamn points. Big up to the assembled. Yes, sir. Sat Mikhail now. He can't be trusted. That, of course, if he loses tomorrow, right, the screw gets a little tight, even a little tighter. I think he may get away with a draw to his followers. To the people who are in the middle will more likely shift this way towards us. But if he loses, oh my days. How did Brentford get away without it? Hey, listen. Wahaha, I completely agree with this. And here's why I agree with this. It should have been a red. It should have been an absolute red. But the excuse that they gave that it wasn't a red was Mbeumo was not in control of the ball. So it wasn't a denial of a goal scoring opportunity. And I could not help myself. Being an Arsenal fan, I went back to last year, October, Arsenal away at Bournemouth, when Saliba got sent off. Saliba got sent off at the halfway line against Evan Nielsen when the ball was back in London. The ball was nowhere near Evan Nielsen. So he didn't have control of the ball, and he got a red card after VAR. So unless the rule has changed, Man United got fucked. But you still got the penalty, and you still missed it. Now, maybe the game ends 2-1. Maybe after the missed penalty, United comes back and equalizes. But I don't think you lose 3-1 to 10 men. So, yeah, I completely agree. Another blunder by the refs. Absolute one. Palace are going. Ooh, right out. Oliver Glasner. Yeah. Lost his best winger the year before that to Bayern Munich. This year lost his best player to us. And still doing bits. Tactics travel. Making good players look better. Making bad players look good. Big him up. Big up, Gavin, man. Hope you are good, bro. I can't stop bantering Man U, but I slept late and didn't bother hate watching. Easy money. You actually thought Brentford would win. I had a 1-1 draw. I know United wouldn't win the game, but I didn't think Brentford would punch them up 3-1. I was in solid. I haven't seen that one. You know, I was flipping through between the games. I was watching the Chelsea game. I was all over watching all the games. So I'm gonna have to go look back at that one. Another refereeing, yeah, it's a disaster play. These refs are just so bad, you know, so bad. And Ketty as well. He's no longer being managed by Lego Head. Agent Eddie did us a favor today. Love, man. Some dappings going on in the chat. I'm this far behind. Big up, Savvy. Maryland Queen in the building. Up for the love every single time. Bring me Glasner. Hell yeah. Give us some of Oliver, man. Let Oliver come manage this bunch. Let him, because we want to see the Crystal Palace Eze, innit? We want to see the Crystal Palace version of Eberici Eze, not this hug the touchline, look at the manager for instruction type one. No, we want a free-flowing, create chances for the striker type Eze. Will Crystal Palace be the dark horse this season like Leicester and win the Premier League? Nah, they won't. What they will be is, remember last year's Nottingham Forest. Now, I know Forest finished 7th in the end, kind of tailed off, but for the most part, for a huge chunk of the season, Nottingham Forest under Nuno spent the most of the year in 3rd. Right? It was Liverpool, us, and Forest was right there. They kind of fell off at the end. I think Palace will be there and be thereabouts, but the Thursday, Sunday thing will kind of catch up to them over time. Doing an SC set. To be honest, I wish Liverpool won so that there would be no pressure for Mikel to crumble under. Pick up the LFC monster. Hey, brother, what happened to that Invincible, man? That cheeky Invincible. I'm gonna go find. I'm gonna go find that clip. I'm gonna go find that clip for our LFC monster, brother. I would say I hope you're well, but I know you're not happy with the L today. So yeah, man. Big up to Cooper. Cooper's in the building checking in. Appreciate the love. Trade 29 for Mateta. I'm here for this, you know. But Palace ain't playing that damn German giraffe 265 bags a week. You know? Mateta greater than Havertz. Come on, BBK. What are you on? Yeah, completely. But this was before. Was it before we had Havertz? Now I wanted an upgrade on both. It was never a comparison. It was never a comparison for me of who was the better striker. Yeah, I just thought that with the money spent for me, right, the striker levels at Arsenal Football Club, Thierry Henry, Van Persie levels, right? As good as Aubameyang was, right, he was still a level below those two. But I'm of the opinion if Arsenal Football Club, the striker that plays for us, his name needs to be in one of the best strikers in the world conversation. And at the time, I didn't think that Mateta or Havertz fit that bill. That's the angle I was approaching it from. You know, but yeah, I might have to. Its play has been absolute, yeah, old school ball, shirt tucked in, about the business. This is my workplace. Heidi. Yeah, 100%. Spurs have a higher chance of winning the title this year than us. If they lose to Wolves today, oh Lord. Only that could make this weekend sweeter. A Spurs upset and an Arsenal win. Yeah, that weekend it would be a fantastic weekend. Through and through. Over to the Arsenal manager to beat Newcastle tomorrow. Third test, he's flopped the City and the Liverpool test already. I have nothing more to say. Yeah, can't is it third time's the charm. If he learns from those other two, if he learns from those other two blunders that he committed, then he should win this. He should absolutely win this. Because now the fact remains that only Arsenal and Burnley have not scored against Liverpool this season. Liverpool have conceded in every game. And those two teams were the teams who deliberately put out lineups to play for a draw. And it almost worked. It almost worked for Burnley. Shit, they got to the 90th minute. It was extra time gift from Hannibal. But 85th, 86th minute free kick against it almost worked. But every other team who, when they got the ball, actually attacked Liverpool has scored. Imagine that. AJ says, Darren Martin, get Glasner. Oh, yeah. Mateta and Wharton in our midfield. Talk about a robust midfield. Shit, man. Is yours gold? Is yours gold? Hey, Palace is undefeated. Hope that's a wake-up call for a lot of the players, indeed. Still looking down at everyone in the league. Yeah. You still created a little buffer there. But out of the games that I expected Liverpool to drop points, I'm going to be honest, this wasn't the one. I had you winning this one 2-0. But, I'm glad I was wrong on this accord. Glasner to United, this definitely happening this season now. If he leaves this job and go take that fucking poison chalice in the middle of the season, then he is just as crazy as Amorim. I won't say he's a bad manager like Amorim, but just as crazy in the head. Because I believe in Glasner. I know Glasner believes in Glasner. They're like, okay, no, you at the end of the season, I will come. But I'm not leaving this to go manage that. No. He is not doing that. But Glasner, and for that reason, I don't think Glasner goes there during the season. I think Amorim stays the entire season. Don't you want that? Don't you want more of Amorim? I'm here for it. We want more Amorim. Keep him. Protect that man at all cost. I want Glasner at Arsenal. Please protect Amorim at all cost. That way, he stays at Man United. Glasner stays at Palace. And at the end of the season, he has a decision to make. Man United or Arsenal. What do you do, Josh? What do you do, Berta? You stay with Arteta? Yeah. Imagine Oliver Glasner with £1 billion spent. Imagine Oliver Glasner with 250 spent in one window, which we just did. Yeah, because he just did what Arteta couldn't, beat Liverpool. You reckon we're more likely to drop points tomorrow now because the pressure? Yeah, the pressure. This definitely adds more pressure. Because you go 2 points behind, and then we have I want to say a favorable run of games. After this one, it's West Ham, new manager bounce or not, don't care. It's at home. Then it's Fulham. Then it's and then Burnley. So hey, we have to give Glasner a decision to make at the end of the season because he's not leaving Palace. There's no way he leaves Palace for that poison chalice, in my humble opinion. That was definitely a red for Brentford. Wasn't a genuine tackle off the ball, so it's a red. Bar. Yeah, it was these refs, man. There's just no consistency whatsoever. But that should have been a red. Absolutely no love lost for Man United, but they got fucked on that one. Man United should get Big Sam to help him in the relegation battle. As long as they don't get Glasner, all good. Big up to my bro. Views. Successful hate along. Yes, my bro. I had put in the chat earlier that the last time I tuned into a hate along is when they came back against Lyon and did the madness, got to the damn final. I don't care about the potential red from the result viewpoint, just continuing the horrible refereeing decisions yet again. Yeah, but the penalty was given. And Bruno, and I'm pretty sure the ref didn't bump into Bruno this time because he didn't sky it. And Kelleher saved it. Martinez doesn't play tomorrow. I get Kelleher in my fantasy team, because he got 8 points today. And I'm pretty sure he's going to get bonus points for that save. And looks can be deceiving, said the Assemble. Let's not say Spurs have a better chance than Arsenal. Let's enjoy some part of the week. Assemble has no love, like we all for Spurs. Yeah. So let's not pretend like we're not all rooting for Wolves. We are rooting for the upset. The Wolves. It can happen. We see these men lose at home to the Tractor Boys last year. What we call them? What's the team that played in blue? The Tractor Boys. I forgot their names. The ones that got relegated. Jesus. Brain going blank. All good though. Views in the building. If anyone can mess up this. Yeah, right. The PTSD. Yeah, AJ. It's not outrageous, but I'll trade every one of them right now for Mateta. Yeah. Mateta is the consistency that he has put up has made me have to rethink that maybe I was looking too high up. If you weren't getting Isak, if you weren't getting a world class striker, then the next best thing or the next tier is you get a Premier League proven guy who scores goals in a different way than our forwards score them, a different profile, so to speak. Trade my shit player for your. If Bertha can pull that off, build a statue for him. Hey, big up, bro. Big up to the Waffle Don. It's been a double whammy for this weekend. Liverpool today, and Harkeland losing last night in the bath in the rugby. Oh, you're a rugby guy, LFC Monster. Oh, man. Hopefully it's a triple whammy. Hopefully Arsenal win tomorrow and close the gap on you, man. And because all of a sudden, what could have been an 8-point lead is a 2-point lead. All of a sudden, there's not much chest from the Liverpool faithful, yeah? But the Liverpool fans in every group chat that I'm in today was very, very quiet. Rumor was Glasner could leave for two clubs, Bayern and United, so I can see it happening once Amorim is sacked. Nah, Amorim is not. Amorim is staying. Oh, shit. I would say Amorim is not being sacked, but I do think they punch up Sunderland next week and everyone's happy again. Everyone's happy. It's sunshine and rainbows, and then bang. They go to Anfield after the international break, and then it's, oh shit, maybe we should have. And I feel sorry for the team that has to face them after the new manager bounce, because they had Amorim was literally new manager, no bounce. Because if you haven't won back-to-back games, that's kind of the definition. That's kind of the definition of no bounce, yeah? Well, yeah, Cooper, this is the $1 million question. Will he capitalize? Because once Eddie scored that goal, all of a sudden, all eyes on you now, Mikhail. No other game of the weekend matter. The Spurs game, no one cares about. Forest and Sunderland right now is dead rubber. Tomorrow, 4:30, it's your move. What you saying? You rooting for Spurs? Ipswich, that's them. Tractor Boys, yep. The Tractor Boys beat Spurs. So why can't Wolves? Yeah, 100%. So that's the thing. If we can sit here so comfortably and say that he's not gonna get it done, it's not far fetched, isn't it? Because most people wouldn't put money on Arsenal winning at Newcastle tomorrow, and it's an absolute must win. Even with these points dropped, it's an absolute must win. Have to get these points. Yeah, Ipswich, man. Big up for the chat. Always keep me honest, you know. We never capitalized on anything last season or this season. Yeah. I specifically remember one week, Liverpool didn't even fucking play. The weekend, match got canceled due to weather, and we went and dropped points to Fulham. Remember that game when Kivior fell asleep in the first minute of the game? Kivior fell a damn sleep, and Jimenez scored. We equalized eventually. Late goal, we scored, but Saka went too early. Cross for Martinelli, he scored. We should have bought that Julian Alvarez. Did he back today for Atletico? Or did he? I know he's been injured. I know he's been injured as of late, but yeah, he's a baller, man. He is an absolute baller. And he bet on himself. I don't want to be a sideman to Haaland. He went on and bang. Come on, you Gunners. Hey, yeah. Wonderful one. Now, so people, the kickoff, right? The kickoff, the Man United one. Besides the referee blunder, from when I look at the game, the first half, Brentford were playing through these men. Like that Scouser assist. He looked up 2 long balls and the United midfield was completely bypassed. Now it's a case of, do we need to really step away from it and be like, Amorim is not that bad and it's just the players that are shit? Because the reason why Arsenal fans like myself is upset with Arteta is because we actually believe that the team is good enough to win something. Like, does Wahaha and the Man United faithful actually think that this team is good enough to win? Because if you think this team is good enough to win, then you can be upset at Amorim. But if you think the team is shit, why are you upset? And that's what I think. I think the team is shit. Absolute garbage. Most of them. The squad is poorly built. Players don't know the tactics. It's not that the coach might be. I don't know. Can they say with certainty that Sunderland, they're going to get points at Sunderland? I do believe, because it's a home game and the fans will not let them stop passing forward. Go, go, go. Even if it's a 4-1 win or 4-2 win, they must absolutely beat fucking Sunderland. Because I fear if they don't beat Sunderland, then he won't survive the international break. And I don't want that. We need him there. We need him there because there's a rift. It might not have broken in the news yet, might not have leaked to the press, but there's a rift at Man United. If you are constantly losing games and your manager is going in press conferences saying, I will not change, you as a player is thinking that, like, yo, this brother is mad. It's not working. We're beating teams that we're clearly better. We're losing to teams that we're clearly better than. And he's saying that he will not change. How is that even a thing? We act like Arteta is in any physical game, bunch of painless rolling on the floor. He's going to use speaking of physical game, the physicality of that Newcastle midfield is the reason why he's going to start the midfield and he's going to start tomorrow. And I just don't think that midfield is good enough to confidently predict a win. Can it happen? Sure. But yeah, FootMob is already saying, do I have let me see if I can pull it up. Give me 1 second, people. Let me see if I can pull up the FootMob predicted lineup for tomorrow. And I think it's going to be bang on. I'm not sure if it's the one that Shane Gooner's calling, but that's what it is. It's the midfield. It's the forward line of Eze, Gyökeres, and Bukayo Saka, Rice, Zubimendi, Mourinho. Same back five. Not sure if that's good enough to beat Newcastle, but it must. It absolute must. Because all eyes on you. All eyes on you. Doesn't suit them. Fair. But something has to give, and he's saying he's not going to change. Because I think most managers, if you give most managers a brand new front line, yeah, a good front line at that. Because most Arsenal fans that I know rated Mbeumo, wanted Mbeumo at Arsenal. Most Arsenal fans that I know rated Cunha, wanted Cunha at Arsenal. Most of them wanted Sesko, and Arteta wanted Sesko. A brand new front three. So I think you give a coach that front three, you give him Bruno, who can create, gives the ball away a lot, but you expect your attacking midfielder to try to break the lines and give the ball away. You give him Mason Mount, you give him Lenny Euro, you give him Delay, you give him all this. It's good enough to win back-to-back games. Like, come on now. No back-to-back games. Absolute madness. It doesn't matter if we sign Julian Alvarez, Arteta would not know how to get the best out of him. And that's fair, because we still haven't seen the best out of Eze. You know? So that makes me even wonder, like, even if we did sign him Arteta, would Arteta be able to get the best out of him? Because let's be fair and honest. You switch managers. You give Mikel Arteta this Crystal Palace team. He does not put in that performance that they did today against Liverpool. He does not. He doesn't. Sounds like Arteta, except not as delusional. I don't know which is which. Because right now, pound for pound, or dollar for dollar, not Wade pound, but dollar for dollar, Emery might be the only manager that's underperforming Arteta. You called it yesterday when you said Sesko would score today. Yeah, he did. And the Waffle Down correctly predicted that Chelsea and Brighton game. I had 3-1 Chelsea. He had 3-1 Brighton. He was spot on. Two options: play your formation and pick the players that suit it, or play a different formation and the players you like. Amorim takes neither. Plays the players he likes in a formation that doesn't suit them. Got you. Well put there, Wahaha. And I'm here for it. I'm here for more United tears, man. I'm a big up Wahaha. He shows up, rains, sleet, or snow. Whether they win, lose, mostly lose, or a draw. Big up to TKA. What you saying? Mikel better not screw up tomorrow. He has to make today's result matter, right? I know they talk about, hey, let's just focus on our. Nah, bro, you look at the table, you know what time it is. You have to go to St. James's Park tomorrow, knowing that Newcastle is trying to ruin the party. And I know I'm supposed to be scared of Newcastle because of the Arteta attacks and all this shit. No, fuck all that. Them man don't score goals. 5 Premier League games played, 3 games scored. 2 goals, 3 goals scored. They don't score goals. We don't concede. Uh-oh. Sunderland just scored on Forest. I'm pretty sure that Zinchenko have something to do with this goal. So we're going to watch it back and see what it was. But I'm pretty sure he had something to do with it. Sunderland, Sunderland. Granted. Wow, your midfield may be... Yeah, now there is midfield problems there. Yep. The midfield is sus. I don't know how they're going to sort this out, but the midfield is just, He's been so bad. Oh my days. That midfield needs some sorting out for real. It's just mixed and matched. Ugarte and Bruno. Then it just doesn't work. Bro, let's rip the shit up. You play a flat back 4, get 2 DMs, right? Try Ugarte and Casemiro in DM. Put Bruno in front of him. Play Sesko, and Mbeumo and Cunha. Try that. Try the simplest method. Oh, it's off a set piece. I don't see Zinchenko in the frame, so I can't blame him yet. That's why you don't have just two players in the midfield and one of them usually out of position. Yeah. Part of him, because he's so damn stubborn, like our manager, is like if he changes and then it works, the criticism will then be, well, why didn't you change in the beginning? But bro, what does it matter what the criticism is? If it changes and it works, you start to win. You start to win games, you will keep your job. But surely, lose against Sunderland, done. Hands in the mud again. Goal stands. VAR goal stands. I don't think he's won a game since he took over, has he? Ange has been winless. Didn't he need that midfielder from Brighton, Carlos Baleba? Yeah. He was cooking today. Baleba, Mitoma, Mente, Danny Welbs. You know Welbs had to come on. So Welbs put Chelsea in misery. Former Arsenal man, former Arsenal United man. Former Arsenal man put Liverpool in misery. Are there an Arsenal player that plays for Wolves that can put Spurs in misery? Oh, Lord, it would be such a lovely weekend if Spurs lost today. And they'll say Arteta will screw up tomorrow. We have no faith in this manager, none whatsoever. Everyone is saying he's going to make a shit sandwich out of this. Well, he doesn't have him. Still, if you think Baleba could plug every hole Bruno creates, but surely if you put two solid DMs behind Bruno and let Bruno do Bruno things and give him the freedom to create chances for Mbeumo. Surely, because, I think that Baleba, he breaks up play well. He's a destroyer. Casemiro can destroy. He just can't do it for, long periods of time. Over the course of 38 games, the legs are just down there. But in big games, why not? And Ange won't be in the mud too long with this Forest chairman. Yeah. Marinakis is sharpening his knife right now. Right now. With anyone, well, nah, he's surely not going to do the thing where he walks on the pitch against a fellow Greek man and do the madness that he did to Nuno in it. Nah, he wouldn't. Sunderland are in third position if they go on to win tonight. Hey, yeah, they're winning this, man. First, they're winning. Oh, it's at the City Ground too. It's not even at the Stadium of Light. They need to win this. Sunderland need to win this to build some hype around next week's game against Man United. Because surely, I'm predicting a Man United win from now. Because I do not want him to get the sack, man. I want Amorim to go to Anfield for personal satisfaction. I want him to be the manager when Manchester United visit Anfield after the international break. We need this. Football needs this. Football needs to see just how stubborn and stupid you can be. If he goes there with two in midfield versus Gravenberch, McAllister, and Szoboszlai. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. And they say, Amorim, aren't you scared? Aren't you scared of what Liverpool might do to you? Amorim just going to respond with, yeah, never scared. Bone Crusher Ruben. He is never scared. Not scared of losing, so he's going to set up to. He's going to set up to do a madness against Liverpool. But I need him in charge. I need that brother in his I need that damn Moncler merchant, that Fendi fraud, that Prada Pustio. I need him on the sideline at Anfield. For personal. And matter of fact, hey, whoever Liverpool got next, Champions League game, bun that. The next Premier League game, bun that. Save the anger from this Crystal Palace game for that fixture. You heard LFC Monster? Are you saying that Bruno was United's best player? And of course, all these years, well, everyone's been saying it for years. He's their best creator. I don't know if he's their best player all around in that, but he's definitely their best creator. Big up to Mateo in the building. Say, man, when you call out Arteta, so many people attack you. It's crazy. I love how I have people trying to burn me for speaking out and in favor of Lee Gunner, and they say Lee is a racist and not wants what. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, Mateo. If you say Arsenal haven't won a trophy in 5 years and they need to fix up, they'll actually agree with you and say, yeah, we need to do better, blah, blah, blah. But if you X out Arsenal and put Arteta hasn't won in 5 years and he needs to fix up. Then they call you everything but Mateo. They call you everything except your fucking name. This is how you know it's a personal argument. It's not based in logic. It's not based in rationale and common sense. It's personal. They just like him. And when someone talks shit about someone that you like, they get upset. Just like when we talk shit about LeBron James in here, Nems get into his feelings and get his panties in a bunch. Yeah? But big up to you, man. Big up to you every single time. Thank God Liverpool ain't going unbeaten. Yeah, so I was saying yesterday that we're the only fan base who would care about this. We're the only ones who care about the invincible thing. So in the event that they were unbeaten when they came to the Emirates, we didn't have to depend on anyone else for this. But thank you, Palace. And poetic justice that it's Eddie, a former Arsenal player, that scored the winning goal, isn't it? The defense is in trouble. In trouble. Chris Wells say 2 points dropped. Now we drop points. Arsenal to drop points now that we drop points. That's the narrative. So that's what earlier when I said, chat, this is what I'm talking about. All the prayers are going up now. The Chelsea fans, the United fans, the Liverpool fans are all at the chapel together on their knees. Yep. And they're there and they're praying for tomorrow for the football gods to let David Raya do a suicide pass to Walter Made, Ilanga, bursting down the wing, for Timber to slip. However it happens, however it happens, then my prayer that we shit the bed tomorrow. But we must, Mikhail, we must. Your move. Hammering the drip god will prevail this season. He must stay. He must stay. You see that picture of him in the thumbnail, head down. How many times have we seen that season? Don't you want more of that? Don't you want more of that? So you want them to beat Sunderland. So good for Sunderland. So Sunderland pick up the 3 points this week, sacrifice 3 points next week for the good of football. Yeah, because as an Arsenal fan, I will concede. Right, I know our place and our position in the football pyramid. Even though we are in the Premier League era, the biggest rivals to Manchester United and that, right, between 98 and 2004 and that, get it, right? But Man United versus Liverpool still remains the biggest fixture in English football. So it will be a massive watch, right? We will be tuned in. And hopefully that weekend, we play before them, get our 3 points and put our feet up and watch the bloodbath, watch the funeral. Big up, Chris. Oh, you know that Arsenal will drop points on Sunday. We cannot. We must. We absolute must. Everything has been falling into place for us to have a fantastic weekend. Your move, Arsenal. Do not ruin our weekend. Master of swinging the axe on managers was Doug Ellis of Aston Villa, if my memory serves him correctly. What about that the Watford management? Because they sack managers like, yeah. I know Watford sack a lot of managers in the Championship, in the Prem. Doesn't matter where they're at. They sack. But there's the facts. But it amazes me the perspective, the truest one. These guys are cultists, man, only loyal to Arteta. Yeah, they just like him. They just really like him. And if you say something about someone that they don't like, they attack you for it. Because they can't argue the facts. It's an emotional argument. And if you're arguing with someone who's arguing from an emotional place, you'll never win. Because they're not going to make sense. Facts, data, statistic fuck up the argument. It's just going to be, you're a dick. Spurs will go second tonight as they should. As expected to be the woeful Wolves. Come on, Wolves. The entire football world is against you, so you must rise. He's one of our own. Eddie Nketiah, he's one of our own. Big up to Eddie, man. Eddie, I know Eddie gonna get a lot of DMs tonight. Eddie can walk around to London, the city tonight, and just eat for free in any restaurant. He dethroned. Yeah, he put a massive in the Liverpool loss column. We got the best team. It's just him. All caps. I wish you had put him in all caps, Aguna Matata. I told a guy Arteta should get sacked, and his justification for backing Arteta was he has won FA Cup in his first season. I told him, what about the other 5.5? Yeah, I mean, Oliver Glasner won't be at Palace for another 5.5 years off the strength of one FA Cup. He won't be. He just how many years does one FA Cup buy you? Maybe one, but fucking hell, not 5. Yeah, man. Big up to you, Aguna Matata. Chelsea lost and got me a £5. Hey, that Chelsea lost. Money on top of that, icing on the cake. We need a fullback. We need to fall back on the experience of last season and see this as the same result as Forest, and now sort ourselves out and push on again. That I don't know, that Forest one was bad, isn't it? That was at home, and that was the only chance they had in that game. Like they sat back, they soaked up the pressure well. Hudson-Odoi came back and they did the thing. But this was different, bro. Like Mateta had chances and chances. This was a little different, I think. I swear if we lose. Yeah. So I feel bad for the man them who are doing watch alongs tomorrow because it's squeaky bum time for them. I'm glad I don't do watch alongs because I can't be bothered, man. I cannot let anyone see me have that type of meltdown on the internet over 11 blokes that don't even know that I exist. Just need 14 goals, £20 assists, and give 50. Give him the damn ball. Big up to G Will, said Jano. Every time I see this pool play, me hit Arteta. They do move the ball well, isn't it? Isak could have scored. Verts could have scored. Verts got that chance and hit it straight at Henderson, isn't it? Like he thinks he has that extra second that he used to have in the Bundesliga. That's why he keeps getting closed down so much. You have to be quicker, my friend. You have to. Like when you're maybe if he had played for Bayern, it would have been different. Because when you play for the biggest club, when you go to the smaller clubs, you get extra effort from the opposition. Leverkusen is a big club in Germany. They are a big club in Germany, but they're not at Bayern's level. They're not at Dortmund's level. That's why they shot the football world when they did the invincible thing. So they don't get that. When Bayern Munich goes to Mainz or Bayern Munich goes to Max-Morlock-Stadion in Nuremberg, those players don't get up for Leverkusen the same way they get up for Bayern. So he never got that level of intensity that he's seeing now in the Premier League. So when he comes to Premier League and he comes for the top club, the club that just won the Premier League, a club with so much history like Liverpool, and they go up against the smaller teams like Palace, you're going to get extra effort from Mitchell, from Munoz, from Gahey. It was personal for him tonight. He wanted to get one over on Liverpool. So, Verts, he will learn. The quality is there. He just needs to, be a tad bit quicker. Big up the Arsenal women's every single time I go into that. Big up the ladies every time. Just makes me pissed as fuck that he laid down and let Poole run over us. Yeah. When I looked at the score, because I wasn't watching the Liverpool game when they conceded. When I looked at the score and I saw Palace 1-0, I'm like, damn. So these men are really conceding against everyone except us and Burnley. And I don't think it's a coincidence. It's how we set up. Ooh, Sunderland should have been 2-0 up. But yeah, man. Back into the comments. Arteta will say he planned to edit there to score that goal. It has to come back to him. It has to be about. He's gonna say him and Earpod Albert drew up that play. I personally don't want United doing two back because when you're rock bottom, there's only one direction you can go. Let's have them dangling in the space. So I don't want them rock bottom. When they finish 15th, let them finish thereabouts again. Thereabouts again. The longer them man stay in the negative goal difference, oh shit. Yeah, just hang out right there. Beat Sunderland next week and get the good feeling, good vibes back around the club, and then you go back down to reality. So right now they're 14th. Newcastle can go above them if they beat us, but that's not going to happen. If Forest can get their head out their ass today, Man United will go back to 15th. Yeah. So, yeah, right where they are. Negative goal difference, bottom half of the table. Yeah? Cool. We love Wahaha, but we hate United. No, BBK, I don't mean Poole played good. I meant I hate Arteta for not attacking the shit out of him. How can they be scared of Liverpool? Yeah, okay, I got you. But the thing is, against the Burnley game, even though it went down to a last-minute penalty in 90 plus, they had 80%, 81% possession and had 27 shots. So Liverpool do move the ball well. There were a couple patterns of play today where they did move the ball well and got the ball in the box to that first chance, to that Isak chance. But when we played Liverpool, the first touch they had of the ball in our box is when fucking Raya gave it straight to Van Dijk. So I completely agree that I predicted a win. Like I have to keep reminding that I predicted us to go to Anfield and win because I just don't think Liverpool was at the levels that they're gonna get to in match week 3. Opportunity missed. And if you know anything about if you ever been given an opportunity in life or seen a family member, a friend, co-worker, or they don't come around much. They rarely knock twice. So when they do knock, you have to take advantage of them. The only direction is relegation. I don't want them I don't want them in the relegation zone. Just like I don't want them in the relegation zone unless it's legit. Because if they sit in the relegation zone and it's not legit, the owners will be like, okay, we'll keep Amorim. But if they in the relegation zone and it's legit, they'll sack him. But if it's legit, then we're here for it and want to see him. Because it is relegation for him. He's won, 9 games? The Assemble Graham Potter is available. United should need a new manager. Now, on this Graham Potter, this guy, yeah? Just quickly on him. If the grass was ever greener was a person, it's him. He should have stayed his ass up right. Now, I know in hindsight that's risk to say, but brother, man went to Chelsea. Man went to Chelsea and made a complete meal of his career. Yeah. So if you ever look into the Oxford Merriam-Webster dictionary, it's in 5 years. If they had like a sports version of the dictionary, and they had like phrases and people associated with those phrases, if the grass ain't greener on the other side was a person, it'd be a picture of Graham Potter. Because now that he is sacked, that's where I get the statement from that damn Amorim is the only one that's underperforming Arteta because Potter was absolute garbage at West Ham. Man made Lopetegui look like he was doing a good job. Your defense is in trouble when Nketiah's in the room. You know that damn show. Say Spurs win and say Arsenal win. That damn best of enemies with KG and Ravi and X is gonna be a must watch. Be an absolute must watch. That monumental cooking that KG is gonna get. Ah, my days. Mateo say facts. Just Marino scoring 3 goals for Spain is doing. Yep, taking credit for everything. He's just reaching at this point. The world has to revolve. It has to come back to Super Mick. Tomorrow's press, Arteta, what happened? It was the ball. It was the ball. Question, is this manager who has presented the Cronkies with Nish and over $1 billion sprint of a friend who is really an enemy? Yeah, he's an agent, isn't it? Try to destroy the organization from the inside. That's the best way, isn't it? It's the best way. GK say, yo, man, them, wagwan. Tell us how the business go. What you're saying to us, GK. Glad the algorithm found you today, my friend. Make sure you are hitting a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. United getting relegated would be hella funny. Brother. Wouldn't you love to see 70,000 pack Old Trafford to play Coventry and that? At least the tickets would be cheaper. Or would they? When you're at the top, it's long, hard fall, bro. There is no bottom to fall. Yeah, it's just like a never-ending fall. You're just falling, and never hit dirt. We have the players to murder Poole and to take this league. Only weakness is Jim Jones and his fucking Kool-Aid drinkers. Yeah, so that's the thing, right? I alluded to that earlier that when I was taking a dig at Amorim. Like, if you shouldn't even be mad at Amorim if you think the players are shit, because if the players are shit, this is their level. Absolutely their level. We reserve the right to be mad at Mikel because we think this team is good enough to win. And we got 99 problems at Arsenal, right? And if we have 99 problems, Arteta is trying to create 100. No, we're trying to make it 98, 97, 96. He's trying to create more problems playing men in their positions that they don't belong in. Then Eze left wing and shit. Trying to convince us that Mikel Merino is an attacking player. Talking about we got a guy who scored 3 goals for Spain, who played as a number 9 last year, and will completely want us to ignore the context on how Moreno ended up front. And his cronies will not acknowledge that. They will not acknowledge that there was context around. You see, context doesn't matter when it makes sense to us. And it makes sense to them. How did Moreno end up front, Mikel? How? Because they were riddled with injuries, and he was the only one not named a defender who you had left in the squad. When Frank Lampard was scoring all those goals for Chelsea from midfield, did any Chelsea player or any Chelsea fan, any Chelsea pundit say that fucking let's rest Drogba and play Frank up front? Anyone? No. If you score goals from midfield, you score goals from midfield, right? Just like if you are Trossard, you score goals as a sub. Okay, score goals from this damn bench. You don't get to start every week and then shit up the place. Right? Origi scored big goals for Liverpool. He was never mentioned to replace fucking Bobby Firmino up front. Never. Mad one. Absolute mad one. Big up to Loudmouth Football. Big up to Yudi. Hold that. Sheldon, Ruben Amorim don't realize that here in England, we use long balls to pass the midfield. So go back and pack it out. Yeah, it was 2 long balls that beat him. Like Henderson got that ball and was like bang, bang, bang. And how about that third goal, though? That third goal was satisfying, wasn't it? Man could have took a couple more touches and dribbled. Man looked at that keeper and was like, man, this guy is shit. Bang. I'm just going to put this in the top corner. And surely, oh, Lord, if that guy starts at Anfield, oh, my God. It's long. It is long. I swear United relegated life is complete. Oh, shit, brother. Mertz is keeping his 00 license. Over Sesko. Yeah, Sesko got a rebound goal. Yeah, so he sees the ball hit the net. Maybe, just maybe he'll kick on. Saka rush back will count later on. Yeah, I hear that. Aguna Matata. Frustrating. Now you did say earlier before a ball was even kicked that Mo Salah would have some yeah. So big up to you know your Liverpool team better than me, my friend. And I was saying that Mo Salah was gonna hit probably 22 to 25 goals. I might have to renege on that as well. Screw Frimpong, he can never play right back again. Was he that bad? Was Frimpong that bad? Who played good for Liverpool today? Who played well? Let me just have a look at see who was man of the match besides Eddie. Who did FootMob give man of the match to today for the Liverpool fixture? It was, come on now. Is it not posted? Nope. Adam Morton, man of the match. Okay. Boy in the midfield. Mateo, I remember this Dennis Law relegated United back with a back heel goal. I swear the football landscape will never be the same again. Am I the only one that think Martinelli is a striker? He's got played through the middle twice. Who is it? I think BX Gunner. I think BX Gunner or might be Godfrey. That's alluded to. That's Martinelli's best position because he's definitely not a winger, is he? I agree with you there. He's definitely going to give us the best version of him out the wing because being out the wing, you deserve the right that you have to beat. You have to be able to get by your man, and that's just not his game. He dribbles the damn ball out of bounds too much for me. This window so close to 10 out of 10. Someone's still here. Frimpong played like a third division player, frantic, restless, and idiotic. Could be a case of he needs more time to settle into the Prem as well. 00 license. Sesko is off the mark. Alisson has to be the best keeper in the past decade, some 7 or 8. Hey, Henderson made some great saves today as well. But yeah, he kept Liverpool in there today, but he couldn't. He has saved you 3 points, 2 points, many times, even 8 point, many times. It just wasn't happening today. Uh, May it happen again. Fuck United. Udi, I think we need to start talking Man United might get relegated conversation seriously. The conversation needs to happen. Well, if the manager comes out and says, I will not change. If they lose to Sunderland, then oh shit, yeah. If Sunderland comes up to the Premier League and goes to Old Trafford and beat Man United, the energy around the entire club should change. Because then the conversation really is Man United are a shirt pull away in the 93rd minute and a 10-man Chelsea team away from being winless. Those are the facts. The game was damn near over. It was stoppage time when that Burnley player, Richards, I think, grabbed was it Ahmad or Kobe Manu's shirt. They won that game 3-2 after Burnley clawed back twice and beating a 10-man Chelsea. And Chelsea scored after going down to 10 men as well. If they lose to Sunderland, yes, I'm with you, Udi. It beyond uncomfortable, but would need to happen. Martinelli is a proper CF for center forward. I remember every day put Martinelli in a center forward position when Aubameyang was getting kicked out. It's a fair shout. It's a fair shout, Mateo. 100%. I don't think there's another club in England that hit more than United. Nobody has robbed us as much as United. I disagree. Martinelli in a center forward, he can only score in transition. Martinelli as a striker, can't see that happening. He ain't. Well, I think scoring in transition from the center of the park suits him better than a starting left winger for a club. Now, I do think in certain systems, like a right wing back, I think Martinelli could be useful. Like in the Italian league, like a 3-4-3, a 3-5-2 type system. I think he could cook. I think you could see Martinelli give you like Victor Moses numbers because of his engine and his defensive willingness. Right? His willingness to defend will carry him a very long way. But yeah, Chelsea took a massive L today. I'm here for it. Mateo says the United are paying for their sins and all the trophies and players they stole from Arsenal and all the rest they paid. I hope they get relegated. Trashful, disgusting, scummy club. Yeah, the club is rotten right now, and I can't sit here with a straight face and say these men are going to lose to Sunderland next week, because even if they draw to Sunderland next week, it's long, isn't it? But like you remember today when City went up 1-0 at Burnley, we're like, okay, floodgates are open, and then City equalized. Okay, 1-1. I mean, then Burnley equalized, and we're like, oh shit, Burnley, they equalized. What's going on? If it's 1-1 at Old Trafford next week, it could be meltdown settings all across the globe for United fans. Mateo said, I don't think so. He can only score through the middle. Whatever position he plays, put him in the middle, he will score. I do like Martinelli running clean through on goal, kind of like the Real Madrid goal, the Bilbao goal, the Man City goal. In tight spaces, he's not really that good, you know? He's not that guy. But, you know. I'm ready to move on from Martinelli. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted him sold. Most of the fans wanted him sold. Most of the fans wanted Trossard sold. So, you know, he scored a couple of goals, and then you have people who like him, because then again, you know, they have personal relationships with the players because they saw him grow up here. And then they say shit like, where's the apologize now? May the apologies be as loud as the disrespect in that. I'm like, hey, whatever. You know, it's cool. But either way, Man United L, Chelsea L, Liverpool L. Hopefully it's a Tottenham L. And we move in it. We move. Scummy Club says Wahaha because the club protected party. I agree with you there, my brother. I completely agree that the club uh completely made a mess of that. Stop talking about getting relegated. The board will wake up. Yeah, it's calm. It is calm. Well, people, I'm gonna get out of here. It's Saturday. It's Saturday morning. Thank you for joining me for just a waffle session, a complete waffle session on Chelsea, on Man United, on Liverpool. Love for the love, man. You are absolute legends. Forever grateful that you people take time out your day, your mornings, your evening, your nights to talk football with BBK Sports. I absolutely love it. Big up to you every single time. I tell you, I say no one disagree with you. Should have been released the first instance. Difference is United wouldn't care if it was them. They'd defend them. Yeah, that's the truth. Because I still get my United fans telling me that that Luke Shaw is world class and this and this. I'm like, bro, just because he wear the Man United shirt does not mean it's a good player. We can be objective about our players. It's very difficult for you to have football conversations with people who will not be objective about their players, right? Because there were Arsenal fans. As soon as we were linked to Sesko is going to be the next best thing, and switch their minds just like that as soon as we signed Gyökeres. Like that, where was that? So Arteta wanted him; he was the greatest thing. All of a sudden, we get Gyökeres, and Gyökeres is the best thing. It's one of them ones. Hooks. So I'm talking about hooks. But yeah, love people, absolute love. Thank you for spending some time with BBK Sports this morning. This all love. Big up to DG2 and Ketia. I see it, bro. And Ketia did the thing. Yeah. I mean, I think United did the right thing with that one, But it's just one of them ones. Big up to every single one of you, man. Make sure you hit the like on the video, people. If you're just tuning in, you can catch it on the watch back. But like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time. You know what? I was about to end the stream. Nope, but I can't do that. We just saw who popped in this motherfucker. I can blow money. When I'm shopping, that ain't no money. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Whipping work. I'm so sophisticated. To get a verse from me, you gotta be initiated. I'm burning purple flowers. It's burning my chest. Hey, Ross comes in at the end, but we have to big him up and we have to acknowledge him because he is motherfucking Ross. But we out of here, people. Love for the love. Catch you next time on BBK Sports. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.